Hi everyone, welcome to another update of Messianic News Channel. I have a special word to share with all of you today, and it has to do with the rising and the collapse of empires throughout history, and what do they have in common. We know that Babylon rose to be a great empire, and Persia and Greece and Rome, and all of these empires, they had a function. As long as they were fulfilling the prophetic work of the Almighty, the Father allowed them to grow and to rule the world. But in the moment they departed from the essence of His will, they were completely destroyed to never disappear again. And one of the latest empires was the Roman Empire, which resembles in a way a lot with the Western society, Europe and North America, especially Europe and the US, two of the most powerful economies in the modern world. So what's happening with Europe and North America? First of all, we need to look at what happened with ancient Rome. Well, ancient Rome, they were trying to build a great empire outside of the Bible, without the ethics of the Bible, without the instruction of the Father, without the word of Messiah. They thought they were actually a humanistic empire, and that's exactly what Europe is trying to do. Just kick the Bible out of your house, kick the Bible out of your life, kick the Bible out of a school, out of a government buildings, out of society, out of culture. So the same thing was happening with the Roman Empire. They thought they could build this great humanistic society where you are your own God. You know, instead of following the instructions of the Almighty, the Roman Senate, the government, was like the God of the age. So what's the result of building a great society without the Almighty? Well, your ethics will never match the ethics of the Bible or the ethics of the Almighty, because the ethics of the Almighty came from heaven and we are from this world. He has supreme wisdom and we have great ignorance. So eventually Rome got to a pinnacle of expansion, money, power, army, all of that. And then as the apostles were preaching the gospel throughout the whole Roman Empire, Father allowed the Roman Empire to exist because they created roads, bridges, highways, so that the good news could spread throughout the whole world. But in the moment that the Roman Empire was no longer interested in the word after centuries preaching the word, and they wanted to continue in sin and the voucher and all of that, they completely collapsed, and it was destroyed, and it fell to the ground to never rise again. And sadly, this is what's happening with modern Western society. They are trying to build a society without the Bible, without Messiah, without heavenly instructions. So what happened with the Romans? There were no ethics. The Caesars were having sex with children. They were indulging in wild parties. They legalized sexual perversion. They legalized idolatry. They legalized drug addiction. They legalized perversion. And the culture was a pagan culture based on gladiators, entertainment, sin, vanities, all of that. And that's exactly the same thing that is happening to Europe and North America. They are legalizing sexual perversion. They are legalizing sin. They are legalizing a culture without ethics, trying to completely obliterate any type of biblical teaching from the schools, from the culture, from federal buildings, from any type of TV, media, government buildings. So Rome arrived to this pinnacle and eventually completely collapsed, because no civilization can survive without the core values of the Bible. And this is exactly what's happening in Europe. Divorce is just to the roof. All sorts of sexual perversion. All of the values are destroyed. and things are changing very rapidly. Even the economy, just as Rome, there was no freedom, there was no true democracy, there was no economic freedom, there was devaluation, there was crisis, and eventually collapse because of not having biblical values. The same thing is happening with Europe and the U.S. from the economic point of view, the politic point of view, the social point of view. So sadly, a lot of empires never learn the prophetic signs that doom ancient empires. And it's time to wake up and read you the scriptures and pray, because things are about to change. So stay on tune for more Messianic updates. Blessings and shalom to all. Thank you.